Alright, here we go, the cafeteria, and I forget her name, but I like her a lot. I just finished reading. It was one of Colette's book. Yeah, Colette. Yep. You're done already? I have to take a break too. Colette was quietly reading next to me. She saved her place with a bookmark and closed her book. Yeah, good idea. Rest your eyes. We've been here a while. I looked up and saw both Liana and Roddy were sleeping at the table. They'd been waiting for me to finish. I felt bad. I'm sure Liana had her eye on Roddy, so she won't get in the way. They must have fallen asleep out of boredom. I thought I should make them. I thought I should wake them so we could just go back to our room. But just then, Colette started to open up. I want to be a programmer. Oh, that sounds great. It makes sense why you're studying so much. Being a programmer definitely takes a lot of work. You have the mind for it. You're a quick study, and you know how to focus. Colette smiled at my honesty. I still have a long way to go, though. And I know it's a niche job, but if I ever make it, if I ever become a programmer, I hope that I can work with you someday. Colette as a coworker? I do feel comfortable when I'm around her. We have some things in common. It really wouldn't be so bad. I'll think about it, but I wouldn't think a programmer is that niche. We have to do our best so we can stand out compared to the other people trying to become one. What? It's not a niche industry? Colette gave me a doubtful look. Is that not the case here? It's a pretty big industry that everyone wants to get into. Oh, really? I see. That makes me very happy. That means the job I'm going to get someday has been accepted by society. Colette being happy about this was strange. Are programmers that rare? I figured it was a booming industry, no matter what country you're from. I'm so excited now. I'm going to stay and read a little more. You go on and get those two back home. Sure thing. Don't overdo it though. Of course. Colette nodded and opened her book up again. I really hope we can do this together someday. Huh? Programming. I gave Colette a big smile. I was glad I could encourage her in her studies. I'll catch up to you in no time, Mai. If I ever have another sister, I hope it'll be someone just like Colette. I had a warm feeling in my heart as I reached for the two girls who were fast asleep. That was nice. I like Colette a lot. I do. I really do. Come to think of it, if you're... come to think of it, if you're Mrs. Meacher's daughter, why aren't you staying in her room? Because I'm also a student. I have to live like the other children do. If you consider my mother's position, it wouldn't be good if she favored her daughter, right? I see. You have a point. That's why I'm forbidden to call her mother when I'm in front of others. I need to refer to her as headmistress. Oh, I didn't know that. I feel like I call her mother less and less these days. There used to be a time when she would let me live in her room with her. I still called her mother then. She took me in and then told me stories every night before I went to sleep. Bedtime used to be my favorite part of the day because of that. But I'm older now. She doesn't tell me stories anymore. Oh, I never knew you were once so adorable. I'm still adorable now, aren't I? Yeah, totally adorable. I read Roddy's statement and Liliana suddenly tugged my sleeve. Was it Liliana? Well, Liliana, you are adorable. You are very adorable. Heads pat for days. Next time I visit, I'd like you to tell me some of your some stories you know. No one's ever done that. No one's ever done that for me before. Already talking about her memories must have put this in Liliana's thoughts. I get why she wanted to experience that. She's still young. She looked down bashfully as she tugged on my sleeve. It was very cute. I couldn't help but pat her head. Of course. It's you we're talking about, Liliana. You're always welcome here. Really? Thank you so much, Mai. Stars were twinkling in her eyes as Liliana hugged me tightly. She's such an adorable little sister. I just can't take it. I can't help but be doting. Such a sweet girl, Liliana. For being so sweet, you get this. Oh, it feels so nice when you pat my head like that, Mai. No fair. I want to cuddle too. How come you don't pat my head? Why don't you... Why do you want to fight Liliana so bad? It's not that. I just want to snuggle with you too. Calm down already. There's no room for you. No. You can fit one more person. I mean, I think Liliana will be willing to switch places too. I'm sorry, Roddy, but please let me enjoy this for a little while longer. You've enjoyed your time with Maya enough already, haven't you? Come on, Liliana. It's time to switch. It's time to switch. Those are the rules. There are no rules. Then I'm going to use force. Since Leon's hugging you right now, you won't be able to move. Maya, I hope you're ready. Roddy jumped at me, but I kept my cool and just as quickly picked up Liliana, rotating us both around and out of Roddy's path. Roddy couldn't stop us and charged into the hallway. I felt like a matador. Why? Did you not expect me to dodge it? You shouldn't be dodging my love. I don't want to be loved like that. You're such a meanie. I just wanted you to pat me. Just pat me, that's all. You're so funny, Roddy. I'm not trying to be funny. Roddy, stop pouting already. I'll brush your hair after we shower later. Really? She's in better mood already. Promise? Oh, and you'll let me play with your hair, right? I can't wait to run my fingers through it. Maybe that was too kind of me. Okay, never mind. I take it back. Why? You just promised. Roddy, you're so fun. Leon smiled at the sight of Roddy getting so exasperated. I think I kind of enjoy this. Leon smile deserves to be protected. It does. Watching Leon laugh and smile follow Karen in the world, I made a vow to myself. Protect that smile. Protect it. Oh, is that Elizabeth or Mercy? The two were chatting in the hallway. When she's with Elizabeth, it seems like Mercy can really be herself. They're really close. I can see why she got mad when she thought Elizabeth was being made fun of. Ever since Mercy got upset about Elizabeth, we haven't talked. I don't mind being Mercy's enemy. This is how things really are, though. She doesn't need an opponent. I hadn't seen Mercy in a while. Her smile seemed so relaxed and honest as she spoke with Elizabeth. You see, the Paris family used to have a monthly party with all of our friends. Why, that's so lovely. Don't you think so? I always wore a new dress. It was, of course, designed by only the greatest designer. The last dress I wore was a beautiful white color, just marvelous. But I bet you look so nice in it. I wish I saw it. Yes, of course. And when I dance, people say I look like a princess. I guarantee you that no other girl will look half as pretty as you dancing, Elizabeth. Of course, there are no other girls prettier than you here either. They're really close, right? It sounds so one-sided. This is sure an amazing observation. She's feeding Elizabeth's ego. That's a good point. She seems less like a friend and more like a lackey. Elizabeth's voice was getting louder, and we all decide. Mercy, you know me quite well. There's no other servant as good as you. You keep that up until the Paris family revives. I need you to remain this good, or I won't be able to hire you as my servant. Okay, good answer. You pass. So not a friend, but a servant, huh? But both Mercy and Elizabeth, it looked like they were having fun. Although Mercy is praising Elizabeth this way, it doesn't seem like she's catching up to her necessarily. Not like before. She seems to honestly believe Elizabeth is a very great person. And Elizabeth, despite treating her as a servant, was clearly looking at her with kindness and admiration as well. You can see that the noble girl was very fond of Mercy. I guess they would be. I guess they would be the only ones able to understand each other, understand their relationship. Yeah, friendships like that do exist, I suppose. We listen on peacefully as our happy conversation bubbled along. Okay. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's difficult to pretend that everything's normal. I know all we can do is return to our normal lives until we find a lead on skipping, but well, let's try not to be so stirred up during the day, okay? We'll get tired. Yes, you should blend into the dorm's functions. Let's head back to our rooms for today. That's... Oh, Bishop. Hey, Mistress. And... Stranger. Danger. It's rare for the Bishop to come to Wordsworth. I wonder what business she has. Could it be? She found out the Black Clove group has seen our movements from the previous days. My heart froze in my chest. Ah, you three. Good timing. I was just about to go call you over. Now, please greet the Lady Bishop. Hello, Bishop. Hello. The people I needed to be the most cautious around the Hamishes, and the people I needed to be the people I need to be the most cautious around. The headmistress and a black clothed person right here were right in front of me. We're being watched, was what I thought. From behind the black hood, an unusual gaze stared unwaveringly at me. However, I didn't want to needlessly stir things up and stand out. Until the morning of our escape plan, I had to act obedient. While being wary, I spoke to the bishop. Hello, Lady Bishop. It's rare for you to come to the girls' dorm. Hello, hello, Ryan, Liliana. It is an important matter. So today I came here directly myself. Due to the guidance of Elstrain, Liliana, you have been selected for the all-night worship before the festival. Me? Yes, it is most important worship in order to begin the Elstrain festival. Please do your best. Amazing! The all-night worship before the carnival is a huge role that normal girls usually aren't given. Yes, it was a divination. How wonderful! I will stay with you during the night as well. Rest assured. Yes, I'm honored, Lady Bishop. Lily honor. Oh wait. Oh wow. Wait, what? Wow. Liliana answered with an honest gaze. She must have one of the answer to the great role that the bishop gave her. But I was against it. Same here. She had been attacked by a monster before during a similar ritual where she stayed overnight in the church. There was no way the headmistress didn't know this. Liliana. If Lady Bishop is with her, I'm sure she'll be fine. It was true that the bishop was kind, and she didn't seem to be involved with the string of incidents until now. I'll take my leave now. Liliana, let us meet again later at the church. I wondered how the bishop was connected to the black clothed group. Are they not a target of suspicion? Liliana, once you are done with dinner, make sure to prepare so that you can leave as soon as possible. I understand, headmistress. And Roddy, even if you're worried about Liliana, you mustn't leave the dorm like you did last time. This time we will move properly to make sure the all-night worship ends safely. So rest easy and wait for her return. Yes, I understand. Then you two conduct yourself as good girls. Liliana, if anything happens, get out of the church as soon as you can and come back to us. Thank you for your concern. If you tell me that, then I won't be scared. Still Liliana, what a big role. I'm as happy as if it were me. Thank you. I expected Roddy and Liliana, as expected, Liliana and Roddy showed little signs of worry and were much more on some excitement. Even if it's smart to listen to their instructions in order to not stand out, I felt an irritation at Liliana being given such a dangerous mission. Yeah, I don't like this at all.
I wonder if Liliana's okay.
I wonder if Liliana's okay. I murdered this while sitting on the edge of my bed, worried about Liliana, who was at the all-night worship. I honestly couldn't concentrate at all.
Don't worry, Mai.
Oh wow, you're speaking. I didn't hear any of that until Roddy spoke up because he's always yelling.
The bishop will be there tonight to oversee the festival service. She has plenty of...
Except for right now. So, use your indoor voice before bed, I see. I couldn't trust Seta though, even if she's a bishop. Couldn't she be deceived by wicked people? I couldn't take my worry.
You say that, Roddy, but you keep staring at the church from the window.
I know worrying does me no good, but it's hard not to.
Yeah. Can't it be morning already?
Mai, once you get some rest, it'll be here before you know it.
Sure, but...
Liliana will come trotting through that door any second now.
Hopefully not. That would mean something bad happened.
Roddy!
Yeah. Say hopefully not, because something bad happened. And would you look at that?
Liliana?
Ah, you scared me!
What the hell is going on?
Please save Sheena!
What happened?
Sheena? What happened?
Sheena's in danger! If we don't hurry...
Calm down, Liliana. We can't do anything until you explain what's happening.
Here, drink some water.
Once she explains, you guys can get dressed and hurry. After she downed the water she was handed in one gulp, Liliana took a deep breath.
Take a deep breath. Okay, wanna tell us what happened with Sheena?
So, I was just at the all-night worship with the headmistress.
Offer a prayer in front of the L-strain altar to present her body. I kept the method and state of mind that the headmistress had told me close to my heart, and continued to pray. It was a few hours after that. The door opened forcefully, and the head maid Shizu and a bunch of black-clothed people came inside.
How dare you interrupt the all-night worship?
Forgive me. I have an urgent report for both the bishop and you, headmistress.
What on earth could it be?
I cannot speak of it here. Would you please follow me to the bishop's room?
If you insist. Goodness, it better be serious enough to warrant interrupting our sacred all-night worship. Liliana, stay here and continue with your prayers. Understood?
Taking in angered headmistress with them, Shizu and the black-clothed people went into the bishop's room. It seems some incident occurred. I continued to worship for a little while, but I just couldn't help but wonder about the urgent report. I felt it was suspicious, so I slipped away from the chapel and near the bishop's room.
So, out with it. This better be worth it.
Even when I knew it would be scary if I was found, I placed my ear onto the door.
Sheena Ninomiya has entered the secret house in the tourist area.
What did you say? I see. She went after all. She broke her vow to me.
What should we do with Ninomiya? Even now we have her under surveillance, but...
If Sheena has trespassed, then she is a criminal. She must be purged. You mustn't let her escape.
Purge?
I was shocked by the terrifying word and tried to leave the area quickly. But I was scared and in panic, so I accidentally tripped my... Oh, you tripped! Oh. Okay, so you tripped your foot against a wooden box near your feet. Okay, it was like right next to you, like, oh, trying to run, then boom.
Who's there?
Who do you think? It's Liliana. I hurriedly got back up, but I didn't have the time to return to the chapel and act as if nothing had happened. The headmistress's footsteps got closer then. I must be mistaken. Oh no, you heard something.
Thanks to my quick thinking, I was able to hide in the shadow behind the door. But had I chosen to keep running away, there's a chance they would have purged me as well.
Well, you did good. You did
I
good.
can't believe it. Liliana, I'm so glad you're safe.
Thanks for making it here in one piece. And I'm sorry about my mother. You've done nothing wrong, Roddy. Don't apologize on her behalf.
That's right. You shouldn't be sorry. What's important now is Sheena. Liliana, you said Sheena went to the secret room?
Yes. From what I understand, it is where they house Woodworth's student and faculty records.
Roy and I exchanged a wide-eyed
The
glance.
dorm's registry warehouse. Didn't you say it was in the tourist area?
I overheard the conversation between the faculty, and it frightened me. The headmistress and Shizu spoke coldly. It was different than usual.
Either way, we need to find Sheena.
Yes, I'm certain the black-robed people are there, so we should be careful.
If they already have her, then all we need to do is find them. Which, thanks to those robes of theirs, shouldn't be too hard.
I tried to make it sound positive, but I doubted that we kids could break our way through the adults. It might be necessary to think of a way to slip through between them.
Alright, let's roll, you two.
Let's roll! The dark hour is upon us. The dark hour is upon us. Yeah, Sheena's in danger. You gotta go there. Sheena. Don't worry, Liliana. Let's hurry to the tourist area. Okay.
save point.
Alright, was just waiting on that. And I'll probably, you know, just cut to me in the tourist area where the event is.
That's...
My eyes happened to stop on the stone monument by the lakeside. I had a feeling that the monument's position is the same as the mark on the map I had gotten from Iris a while ago. As soon as I subconsciously got closer to the monument, I heard from far behind me the noise of something large breaking. Alright then.
Something's here. I'll take this. Liliana, take care of it. Something's here.
Oh, that's like revolting. Yeah, let's go. Oh, it's just standing there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright, let me know if I made a mistake or not now.
My turn.
It was just standing there, you know, it was disgusting. Yeah, we can take it. That's
Its
beautiful.
weakness is...
Yeah.
Alright.
Hey, like that entire red thing gets hitbox. Wow. On the mini map, wow, that's its hitbox. Like, jeez. Anything I do, you can probably hit it.
My turn! Lucky!
Run, get him!
Here we go! Yeah!
Oh, you gotta kidding me.
That was a toughie. It's my turn. An advantage. An advantage. Okay. Let's go. There. It's my turn. Okay.
This isn't good. Alright. This is...
Great job.
Took a while.
Hey, a treasure box. Found it.
Not really.
Careful.
Zero.
It's right there.
Oh, a save point.
Just to save.
Oh, a save point.
That's strange. I don't see any of the cultists anywhere. You're right. You're right. They said they'd be guarding this area. How creepy. They might be hiding to keep watch. I don't know, but if we don't consider all the possibilities, it'll spell trouble. You're right. We should be quick about looking. However, we would never have enough time to search each building one by one. If found any leads, however, it was our only choice. What? Shadow matter. It looks strong. Talk about bad timing. If the cultists were still around, we could have used them to distract shadow matter. It felt like everything was going bad. I shook my head. Either way, we have to crush them. Let's do it. If we're hurt, we won't be able to help Sheena. Okay. Yeah, let's dive into it. What are we fighting? What are we fighting? Okay.
Let's be careful.
My turn.
Okay. That's a lot of bugs. Light increase, damage increase, parameters, all parameters.
Its weakness is
Skin strength. You also have like ridiculous amounts of HP. This is going glitch. Yeah, the frames drop. Yo, why is your hitbox so small? What has to be on you? Okay. Rather attack should be decent now. Oh wait, what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, frames took a dip. If someone's on screen. You just missed Roddy. Very, just missed it. Alright, let's go. You know, you really don't even have to move. you should, like, seriously, you really don't. You can just stay at a distance. It's noon, so... yeah, this depends on what I'm actually going to use. Alright. Yeah, now I need you to get closer to it. Alright. Jeez, still standing. All that HP. All that HP. All right. Punch it into Roddy. Does that just heal anyone in the distance? Oh wow. Just close enough to knock it back. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Why? Careful.
Watch out for the counter.
I'll do this.
Wait, what did it do? Oh, that. Yeah, I wish it would give me more information, but I feel like he was definitely ready to counter. You know what? Counter. Ice bug ability gives her invincibility. So if you do counter back, I'm ready. Possibly, probably, I don't know. I couldn't really read it. Weak attribute. Oh, weak attribute was countered. Okay. You see, mine was fine. You know what? Oh my gosh, I just remembered. The first game. How enemies countered. Yeah, just how enemies just countered you. Like, oh, using that attribute. Haha. Deny countering you. So I can't use anything. You see, I can't hit it with weakness. Yeah, what am I doing? What am I doing? We're going back in the glitch. And before we run out of bugs to use. It's a moon attribute, so let's not hit it with anything moon related. All that HP. Yeah, we're almost all the bugs. One thing for sure. I missed the route at hacking the battlefield. That was fun. Oh, not enough. Oh, just gotta go for. It's still countering. Yeah. Still doing the actually. Oh, keep winning. Yeah, it was fun when he hacked the battlefield. Oh, you died. You're fine. Yep, time to revive you. No, maybe I'll just use the item instead. I'm not gonna know another line. Let's look at this space revive. You know what? You can't even use yours. You can't even use it. You can't even use it. You can't use your glitch move. Because you're just gonna counter it. Yeah, or are you barely able to reach this guy? Roddy, launching into you, if I can. Nope. Oh, dang, yeah, I couldn't even. I wonder if that works. It works that way. Yep. Yep. He doesn't have that anymore. I think I just got rid of like all the status buffs I had on me, but it's worth it. It is worth it. Right there. That wasn't long enough heal.
Another hit. It's my turn.
We're fine. We're fine. Nah, let me I'll knock back.
I can use this.
If it reaches. Oh, ooh, no damage. Yeah, all damage was in those stab buffs. That's where our damage is coming from, but they're gone, so
Let's do this. Something.
he's countering his weak he's countering his weakness again.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
yep, our damage was solely based on that. So yeah, this is gonna take forever. Look at all that HP. Alright, it should die now. But yeah, that arsenal stab buffs mattered for dogs. So yeah, the fight lasted longer than expected, which is my own fault. But hey, it was still alive. Oh my gosh.
My turn. Its weakness is.
Oh, now you're dying. Final turn.
Alright.
Die already.
Roddy, are you okay?
Because that took a while, way longer than needed to.
I'm tired.
And here I thought typos still were weren't stacking. They were stacking. So I thought like, okay, we just get them all back. But then yeah, I actually just waited until it wore off. But yeah, that took a while because of that. I mean, still, we still had it under control. It just lasted longer than expected.
At last. It's done. That was a close one.
But it looks like there's nothing left standing in our way. Let's find Sheena already.
Boy, over there.
There they are!
Looking the way Roddy was pointing, the Black Clove group had left the building with a creepy exterior, and were getting into a car.
Is that where the secret room is? A warehouse?
I'm certain. Uh-huh. What's that?
It was too dark to see from where we were, but a few of the Black Clove people were carrying a bag-like object.
What is it? Looks like it's dripping something.
Don't poke your head out too far. Once they leave, we'll head straight for that house.
It's not like a long bag, is it? 'Cause like a body could be in there.
They're gone. Are you sure it's clear?
I don't see anyone walking around. They must have driven off. Alright, let's move closer.
What is this? What were they doing?
Around the perimeter of the house where the Black Clove group had walked, blood had dripped here and there. So that really was blood earlier. If that's the case, the bag that several people were holding might be.
Hey, Mai, do you think that's Sheena?
Okay, yeah, jump to the worst possible scenario first. Come on, Roddy.
Stay calm, Roddy.
Stay calm.
We don't know yet.
Maybe, but
It's no use worrying. Come on, let's move.
the door won't budge.
Think fast. Let's smash that window to get in. You two, watch my back.
Got it. I will monitor this side.
This rock should do. Here goes nothing. Is this the secret room?
It smells damp. Ah, I stepped in a puddle.
I think I know where we are.
Why is it wet here?
What is this?
The room was completely covered in blood. Just how many buckets would one need to flip over to create this large of a pool of blood? I gotta know where we are. There were violent splashes of blood on several spots on the wall, and one was even on a ceiling. She must have been slashed while alive. However, there was no sign of the original container for the pool of blood. The rust-like smell of blood and something like rotten fish pervaded the room and gave me a nauseous sensation.
Sheena? You there?
Sheena! The scary people are gone now.
In the silence, our calls echoed within the room. There was no response.
This must be someone's idea of a sick joke. That's right. A morbid prank or something.
Ronnie and I were hugging each other while shivering. My hands trembled from the scene. I wanted to escape even now and jump into my own bed, but we still had to investigate.
Those newspapers on the wall?
In the direction I happened, like several bloody newspapers were pasted onto the wall. As I got closer out of curiosity, I eventually found one article written about the time I had killed my father. What did this mean? An indescribable fear crept up on me, and I checked the other articles. They had names of other dorm students written one after the other. I found articles with each word of student's name inside. The person that brought you here. She's working with the headmistress. Been bringing you guys here. Yeah. And everyone's pictures pasted up everywhere. Me, Liliana, even Abigail and Sarah were there. What in the world was all this? Standing in a door that suddenly opened was the headmistress and the headmaid Shizu. The two didn't yell, but rather silently and slowly approached us with chilling eyes. Riley and I backed up as if to escape and bumped into me. The three of us were then backed up into the corner of the room.
Mother, this isn't... I'm so sorry for trespassing, but we haven't seen anything.
It's nah. You can't make excuses in this situation. It's too late.
When I noticed you were suddenly absent from the all-night worship, it came to mind that you could be here, but...
I'm sorry, Mother. Forgive me.
Wait! Hear us out!
What happened? Feeling the shock of wait. Feeling the shock to my cheek along with a dry sound, I let out a stupid noise. All three of us have been slapped in succession.
A state of emergency has just been declared in this very room. Take a look around. This is no place for children. Yet here you are. Are you blind? Can you begin to fathom the horrors that took place here?
There are things you absolutely shouldn't do. Do you know how much the headmistress worried while searching for you?
What's with this music? Are they actually trying to make this seem like, oh, she's a good person? Then like there's so many things like could go wrong. Either way, I think the person who's been bringing the kids here, the person who brought Mai here, is connected. Maybe the mastermind in all this. I don't know. You're in my chair.
You must never do something so dangerous like this again. Do you understand?
I'm so sorry. I apologize.
Ronnie and Leon apologized beside me, but I didn't lower my head. What she was saying was correct, but I couldn't trust people. Yeah, trust is out the window.
Mai, what about you? Do you understand?
Yes.
As soon as I uttered a summons of obedience, the headmistress hugged the three of us.
I'm so glad you're all safe. I beg you, please, don't worry me anymore.
Mother, I'm sorry.
Roddy and Liliana truthfully cried and apologized towards the sobbing headmistress who was holding us. But to me, I thought of it all as an act put on by the headmistress. Yup. I knew that Sheena was being persecuted. I only knew the headmistress me to remove the ribbons of each girl who disappeared. Yeah. I know. Oh wait, I know. Shouldn't I ask her about Sheena right now? If I didn't, I felt as if I'd never find out what happened to her. But I also felt it was dangerous. What should I do? Should I ask the headmistress about the truth? No. You ask too many questions, you die. In this situation. Oh, I use up all my save slots. In this situation, you don't ask questions. You don't. You keep your mouth shut and move on. Because if you ask questions, that means you know stuff. And if you know stuff, you gotta go. No, I couldn't. I can't ask her about the truth here. Those were the words of Sheena and those were the words of Sheena and Roddy. I trusted the both of them. That was why I would never trust the headmistress. I would have loved nothing more than to mutter how ridiculous this was right then, but I couldn't say it. If I did, I'd surely be killed. So for the moment, I had to let myself be held by the headmistress. But something was wrong. I felt as if slowly, more strength was entering the hand of the headmistress that was holding me. I wasn't imagining it. Her fingers gripped harder and were digging into my arm.
Ow. My?
Upon realization, the fingers that were digging in had been withdrawn. It's nothing.
You all must be so frightened. Now, let us return to the dorm.
The headmistress, after completing her hug, spoke in a maternal tone, though I was skeptical. The headmistress had escorted to the dorms. We were instructed to bathe, then stay in our rooms. Even so, as long as we were in our rooms, we could do as we pleased. Okay. I don't know why you just look creepy. It's probably the eyes. But okay. However, she assigned maids to stand guard outside our doors. No wonder. I feel cramped in here. I need to stretch my legs. Don't do it, Mai. Just be thankful we weren't punished more. I guess. We were afraid of being overheard, making it tough to accomplish anything. They told us they'll let us see Liliana tomorrow too. That's right, Liliana was assigned to all-night worship, so they escorted her back to the chapel. It seems there was no counseling. There was no counseling to say a ritual for Elstrain. Most likely, much like us, she was being monitored by the maids or the black clothed people. You're right. If you stay quiet, we'll be able to see Liliana tomorrow morning. But what should we do until then? In the end, we couldn't find Sheena. Was the blood that was in that room really hers? It was a bad habit of mine. I tell others not to give up, but I always think of the worst case scenario. Sheena was the only adult I could trust around here. What could she have done to deserve any of this? My blood began to boil, but when the fear of us being targeted next set in, I shivered. Hey, Mai. Roddy? You're not angry with me, are you? No, just angry. Roddy's smiling face waved away my anxiety as she crawled out into the foot of my bed. Our usual back and forth was discomforting. I was a little surprised. Roddy, who was sitting next to me, silently handed something over. This is a smartphone. Could it be? No, it's absolutely Sheena's. You see, while we were searching around the blood-covered room, I found it accidentally. It looked familiar, so it was good that I hid it and was able to take it back. But I don't understand anything about it at all. I wasn't sure whether to show you either, but showing you this, you can imagine what happened to Sheena, or like to or not. Thank you, Roddy. I'm fine. I'm glad you confided in me. I quickly turned it on and started it up, but I couldn't think of any numbers for the passcode, so I couldn't check inside. Even then, this was very important. We obviously couldn't hand this over to the headmistress. Hey, Mai, if you found Sheena's belongings there, then is she really? I don't want to think about it, but I think there's a high possibility. Yeah. The black clothes people left that house like you have said. I shouldn't have trusted them. Yes, if you happen to see them around town from now on, don't ever get close. Roddy hadn't said that we couldn't trust Elstrain, so I also didn't say that we couldn't trust Elstrain. Mai, what should I do from now on? I don't know, but for now, we should continue to be we should continue to act obedient. You're right. I'm sure no matter where we go, the maids will follow us too. Yes, as long as they're monitoring us, we can't openly investigate the town or the dorm. The next time we left the dorm and the headmistress found us, I was sure that we will be killed. Hey Mai, do you want to sleep together tonight? Yes, I guess it can't be helped. Wait, why are you making it sound like I'm the one who wants to? Then you don't want to? I'm fine by myself. I see, so you're fine then. Roddy smoothly slipped off the bed. I then silently grabbed the hem of her. Stay. What is it, Mai? Geez, just stay with me. You should have just said that in the first place. Roddy returned to my side with her largest smile. I never expected Roddy to tease me like this. While I was thinking of a way to get back at her, Roddy hugged me tightly. I obviously kept it a secret from her that a few tears had accidentally fell. If us two together, our fears can be split in half. Yeah. Hopefully. The restarted all-night worship was now continuing without interruption. The stone the stone prison-like chapel was chilly, and her knees touching the floor were very cold. The headmistress, who had been there initially, was no longer there now. Liliana was alone in worship. I have to properly do this. To the end this time. As Liliana thought this, the noisy sounds of people coming in and out flew into her ear. Unable to help opening her eyes, she looked around and found a hole in a part of the stone wall. Peeking into the adjoining room, there were several black-clothed people there. It seemed that they were the cause of the clamor. Liliana became scared that something had happened again, but she closed her eyes in order to continue worship. But Liliana's concentration was distracted by the noise, and she couldn't help peeking into the nearby room. Liliana. In the adjoining room, she saw one black-clothed person carrying what looked like a large ball. Don't scream, Leon. Don't scream. Whatever you saw, don't scream. Liliana was frozen in place by the sight. Bishop. Liliana, did you see something? Liliana, on the verge of speaking of what she just witnessed, managed to swallow it. Just had to play coy. No. I see. Very well then. So something the matter? I'd like to go home. You cannot, Liliana. I apologize for pushing someone young as you. However, this is an important part of the festival as well. Please finish it to the end. But I'm not feeling very well. Try your best. The rest of it will be over in a few hours. If it truly is too much, then call for me, okay? The bishop grabbed Liliana's delicate shoulders, forced her into the worship posture, and after seeing her obey, left. That night, Liliana was locked in the chapel and was not permitted to return. Having left the all-night worship to the bishop, Midra had decided to take a very special bath tonight. Going to an underground bath that no one knew of. She lowered her body into the bright red liquid, filling what Midra was submerged in was a special bath filled to the brim with blood. Lifting her arm, a red droplet flowed down her pale skin and dripped into the bathtub.
With this, I will be more beautiful than ever before.
Oh, you're talking? Are you talking? I can't hear you.
With this,
Yeah, you are talking. Okay then. She wrung the towel she had been using in the bathtub over her head. A ton of red liquid fell onto Midra's head like a shower.
Sheena Ninomiya, thank you. To think you were the key to everlasting complexion.
What did you do to Sheena?
Had I known sooner, perhaps I would have shown you more love.
They really did kill Sheena. As she remembered this, a wicked smile spread on her face.
I've finally done it.
Oh, the preparation is complete.
Marvelous.
Oh no.
Soon.
The words Mita muttered as she moved in some sort of ritualistic manner echoed in the empty bath.